Welcome, everybody, to the opening day of 2029. I've got a couple things to go over. Not many, but a couple changes. We've got a few new players. You probably just saw it when I was over here. Suzuki. Mainly here, we've got the same rotation. Keaton Wynn was placed on waivers. He was sent down to the minors. Julian Aguiar is going to start the year in the majors. Burns is down in AAA. Petty is still in the majors. Phillips is on waivers. I did that one myself because, come on, he's 27, still just a 75 overall. I mean, he's got time, but, if he clears him, then we'll give him a chance. We got Colin Holderman. He's going to be our second best reliever. We did trade away Sam Henches. Got a couple cookie cutter players for him. Kind of. I think one of them was not this John Cologne. Who am I thinking of? Maybe Marcus Rooney here? I forget. But we do still have Jeff Hoffman. He's only a 78. It did originally want me to have Piamps in at closer, but I think right now we're going to go with Hoffman still, see how that goes. If he starts the year strong, I am going to call him up this year. We'll see. I got Ryan Jeffers. He'll be the better half to Stevenson, but Stevenson's going to get most of the playing time because Jeffers is more of a power guy, and Stevenson's still that contact hitter. Drake Baldwin will be in AAA. Again, if he starts strong, then we might call him up. Encarnacion Strand got the nod for the majors. It'll still be Horner and Lux here. Hampson is going to be the only third baseman. Marte was put on waivers. Hopefully he clears them, and so was Collier. He hasn't even gotten a chance in the majors yet, but he hasn't been building as fast as you'd hope. Edwin Arroyo is kind of growing just fine. Honestly, if we move him to second base, he'd be a better second baseman than Lux. However, hitting-wise, Lux is still better. We'll have Heston Kjerstad in AAA. We got Brendan Donovan, but he'll start the year in AAA because he's a 79 overall. Emerson Papp as well down there. Jake Fraley is going to be our main left fielder. Will Brennan got put on waivers. Nelly Taylor got put on waivers. I tried to send him down because we picked up this guy, and I didn't think he was major league ready. He's a 69 overall. But apparently he was out of options, so we're going to try to clear him to waivers. It'll be Luis Robert and Friedel to start, and this will be Seiya Suzuki and Lawrence Butler. And then a big drop off to the next best in Braylor Guerrero. In fact, we don't have any currently in the AAA system for our right fielders. But that will be that, and we'll be playing against the Padres here on opening day. And as usual, it'll be Hunter Green getting the nod. I already did play with the batting order, so it's going to be De La Cruz, Lux, Fraley, Naylor, Robert, Seiya Suzuki. Garrett Hampson will bat 7th. Christian Encarnacion Strand 8th. And then Stevenson 9th. Yeah, I know I have a couple lefties. Literally just a couple lefties on the bench. This is a primarily right-handed lineup nowadays. Last year it was the other way around, I believe. Or it was a little more even, but it's going to start all lefty and then go all righty today. That is honestly a weird way to do it, and I hope I don't regret it, but
now it's the DH, Xander Bogaerts.
All right, Xander Bogaerts will lead things off for
Inside.
San Diego. That's way inside. Bogaerts is 4 for 19 against Green. Let's hope that stays in the 4 territory. Hampson comes to get it, and he will throw him out.
Easy out to start the game. So up next, Jackson.
Ellie De La Cruz did not have a good batting average in spring training. I just simulated it up into the last game so I could see all their spring training averages. That's when I decided to make the moves I did. Struck out Jackson Merrill. That is 2 down.
2 down, bases empty.
Gunnar Henderson. We did try to get him in the offseason. I tried to get him and Ronald Acuna, but neither one worked out. And now we got to face Henderson immediately. I really wanted that contact. He's got 90.
Ground
That is
ball
another
to the
foul
right
ball.
side, and that's just foul.
All right, what do we do here? Another splitter. He went.
Henderson
Give
checks
it
his
to
swing,
me.
appeal to
Nope,
third,
nothing.
no swing.
No swing. It's a 2-2 count. Got him. Got him 100 high. All right, who's on the mound for them? Dylan Cease, the former White Sox, although traded to San Diego because the White Sox can't keep anybody. That is a high strike. We swung right through it, and then we'll pop up the next one. De La Cruz is going to foul out in his first at-bat of 2029. So that is a real big bummer. Now Lux will bat. Definitely wanted to keep the majority of this lineup intact, but holy cow, both him and Ellie De La Cruz are missing pitches they should be destroying. All right. That's inside. 2-2.
Now 2-2.
Fraley will be next. He earned the nod to be the 3-hole hitter. That is inside by a lot. That circle change is 69 miles per hour. Holy cow. That's a slow one. Once you see that down low, that high looks pretty good. So that is a strike 3 for Gavin Lux. And it's 1-2-3 for the Reds here in inning number 1. We went down even easier than they did. Fernando Tatis still rocking it. However, he is down on strikes here. All right, Manny Machado. I'm honestly surprised he's not retired yet. That is going to pop up. Encarnacion Strand settles underneath it, and he will take care of it.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really
I think
good
Naylor is
coming in.
leading off the next
So
inning
hard to
for
get
us.
on top
We'll
of.
fix
He's
the
gonna
lineup to
put
fit what it
velocity
needs to.
in the head of the hitter. He's gonna
But
get it ready early and then change speed.
I want to give it a month or so before, or at least a series before we do any adjustments. That's high. Good take by Naylor. He was the World Series MVP, and he should have been. 3 for 4 in the final game.
And a foul ball.
He started so slow, but picked it up when it mattered.
And a 2-2.
Let's see if he starts strong this year or not. Looks like nobody else is, at least not on their very first at-bat. Luis Robert will be next. Struck out Naylor late on the fastball. That was a wicked pitch.
Luis Robert now.
All right, Robert looking to be the first one to put it in play. And that's smoked. That is down, isn't it? That is one bouncing off the wall, and he is into second with a double. We also had, I think Chris Valaika finally quit on us, which is great. So we got a better hitting coach and a better, I think it was a third base coach we had to get. Oh, Kurt Suzuki. That's Seiya. Kurt Suzuki's retired. Also a fun guy to watch.
1-2 now.
What am I doing? He's doing the same thing twice. Oh, jeez.
Really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out.
He got me. He got me good. That was absolutely bad. That was bad hitting right there.
Scoring position. Here's Garrett Hampson.
I definitely didn't go. I should have maybe gone to third there, but I didn't want to run into out number 3. I do like the Luis Roberts base speed is 80. It was down to like 78 last year, but with the new base coach, it's at 80. That's softly hit. Is that Austin Hayes?
And that'll do it.
Man, it's been years since we had him.
Welcome back. Here's a look at this
I think we got rid of him in year 1.
Projection.
Here he is, Austin Hayes. Strike 2 at 98 career home runs. Struck him out, 99 right down the middle. That's inexcusable to miss right there.
Pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Ethan Salas digs in now.
This guy started so young. He was 17 when he broke into the majors. Now it's popped up to Hampson.
Hampson makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. So 2 down now, and here is
Aaron Sabato.
That was a good hard fastball.
Seiya Suzuki took a little bit of a jump the wrong direction, but he is there to catch it. And it's out number 3, and now we'll start with 8, 9, and 1.
And here is Christian Encarnacion Strand.
He checks his swing, almost went around, almost. I like his contact, it's at 80 against righties.
Even check swing on that pitch was never even close.
I know, I'm a little excited. All right, Stevenson will be next. I like the power for the other catcher. What's his name? But I don't like his contact. So if we need a home run, he'll be the guy to go to. Are you serious? That's a bad swing on a curveball. That's a bummer. I want back. I was way above it. 2 strikes. That was like right there.
I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was
I messed up. I messed up real bad. There's 1 down for Tyler Stevenson now. That is in there for strike 2. He's at 116 career home runs. Doesn't hit them in big bunches, but when he hits them hard. That is outside to make it full. It was just now a full count to Encarnacion Strand, but then I swung right through a curveball that was topping the zone. Hard ground ball up the middle, but caught by the shortstop and thrown to first. It's embarrassing to only get him by a step. All right, Ellie popped out foul his first at bat. Now he swings right through that. I was way late on that. Yeah, that was big time bad. That is to first base. Ellie, run. Oh, goodness. Nothing. 1, 2, 3. We'll have the next inning led off by Gavin Lux. That's hard hit. Lux knocks it down. Almost got him, but the throw does not come in time. That's at the bottom for strike 2. Strike 3. Good day for Hunter Green to start the season. If nothing else, he's having a good day. We want everyone having a good day, but if it's just him, that'd be great. It is still 0-0, so the offense needs to start having a good day. But if we can keep this up by Hunter, the offense should have... Oh, jeez, that's going to drop. Hunter almost had a glove on that. That would have been a double play easily. But for now, it is a base hit. And Tatis did not square that up as much as he should have. Now we'll have Gavin Lux in the 4th. Come on, Gavin. Swings through that 12-6 curve. That one was well placed, unlike the one that struck out Encarnacion Strand. Are you serious with that speed? That is crazy. I forgot about that pitch.
Next to hit for the Reds. 1 down, base is empty.
That's going to be popped up to right field. Right fielder in and caught it. Tatis, I believe. Yep. All right, 2-2 count now to Josh Naylor.
And a pitch.
That is fouled away.
And stays alive.
We've only got the 1 hit. It was on a roped double by Luis Robert, and he is still the only base runner here in the 4th. So that is a bummer. Full count now to Josh Naylor. If nothing else, Cease is up to 60 with this next pitch. It's the 4th, so, I mean, he's a little ahead of schedule. That is popped up and should end the inning just like that. I like my new base coaches because everybody has bonus speed, although I haven't gotten to use Ellie's yet. That is popped out to right field, and Machado is eliminated.
Good pitch. You just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away.
Jake Cronenworth now.
Now here's Jeff.
Way early on that fastball.
Fastball up in the zone.
Slow him down with that splitter. Once he sees that high, he fouls off that splitter. Good for him.
All tied up.
We're up to
Top of
63
the fifth.
pitches in the 5th.
Ripped to short, snagged on a
That's great fielding by Ellie.
That takes care of Cronin.
Throws a little bit low,
And now
but
it's Austin
easily
Hayes.
handled. That is fouled off by Hayes.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended.
Now we're going with that
tied him up a little
slurve.
bit, slightly up, slightly in.
That is
On the ground
softly
first.
hit to Encarnacion Strand and put away just right there.
We head to the
All right,
bottom
now
of
we'll
the fifth,
have
and now it's
Luis Robert, the only red with a hit so far. And that's way outside, making it 2-1. He is one hit away from 1,000.
Doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way. And I'm
That's
so
way high,
very
3-1.
pleased with that side of it. They haven't produced a run yet, but the pitch count for the starter is starting to climb, so they're hoping that starts to pay
This
off
would
soon.
be great. That is fouled away. Through the netting, it looked like. That's funny. All right, let's go. I shouldn't have, but that one got me. That was a good
Oh, it's a
curveball right there.
curveball that people like to describe as a hammer or Uncle Charlie, and you can see why. It's not a
Way
moving
too late. We
slope
were.
or
I don't even think we were started with the swing by the time it passed us. All right, that's down the line. Suzuki to third, and he is thrown out. Yeah, it's moving along quite quickly. Garrett Hampson now.
Garrett Hampson.
That is outside.
2 out, space is empty.
All right, let's see. What does Cease want to throw? He throws a middle fastball. We're going to pop it just too high to do anything with it. That could have been a home run.
And that is back here
You'll
in
notice
Cincinnati,
that
top
Seiya
six.
Suzuki
So
has the
digging
number
in now
9, so
for
I
San
moved
Diego,
Hampson
Ethan
to
Salas.
12. I mean, Suzuki initially wanted 27, but that's been Fraley's number for about 8 years now in game, so I left him with it.
Good execution.
Made Suzuki pick a new one since he's the new guy on the block. He picked 9, and Hampson's like, okay, I'll switch. Because he was already 12 a little bit ago anyways, so...
So the lineup flips over. Here's Bogarts now.
Alrighty, Xander Bogaerts had that infield single. Now he hits it softly to Hampson. Hampson throws on the run, and he got him.
And it's a 1-2. Well, we go bottom 6.
Alright, now we'll have Christian Encarnacion Strand, who is going to be kicking himself for missing that curveball.
That one misses.
Hopefully he can get a similar pitch. I believe in him. I believe in him. Let's go. That's hard hit, but that's going to hang up there.
Under this one.
And that is out number
And there's
1.
down.
That's pretty good contact. I will give him that. Tyler
Next
Stevenson
ticket
now.
for the Reds. Just missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really
Can
has
I
it
see,
finished. A little up and in, just on the edge. And
The
that's
pitch
one of
count
those, you
for...
swing
We're going to
at it,
warm up
get a
Nick
broken
Gomez.
bat,
I moved him to
jog
number
back to the
49.
dugout.
I think he was number 9. So we had a couple switches in numbers. Just a couple. We only have the one lefty in DJ Hers. We might have to
Bases
do
empty,
something
one
about
away
that.
here
But
on opening day.
that is just outside.
He hasn't fallen behind in the count like this all day. He's in danger of walking his first batter right
There's
here.
been minimal base runners all day, and they give us that call. Back to the top of the order now with Ellie De La Cruz. Look out for the double play. That's high. 3-1. This could be some trouble. If they walk De La Cruz, they will probably pull Cease for a lefty. Because we've got a few... If they do, I guarantee you that is it for Cease. That has got to be it for Cease. And the right-handed Johnny Brito comes in. Alrighty. Early on that circle change. It is much faster than the one we saw from Cease. Yeah, that would be great. No double plays. It hit him, and the bases are loaded for Jake Fraley. We still have the one hit, but this inning we loaded the bases. Early on the circle change, we're expecting a fastball there. Didn't get it. Call time. All right. This is kind of a tone setter for the season. It's down low. I'm not sure why it flashed another screen of him calling time. That is over his head. Ellie's testing it. Oh, jeez. Why did this happen? He missed him. He just missed the tag.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up tight.
And we will escape a bullet right there. I am not entirely certain what happened there on the base paths, and I'm really not certain what happened at the end.
2 on, 1 out.
That is not deep enough by the looks of things. That'll be 2 down. Not a great throw, but I feel like it would have gotten him anyways. Alrighty.
So here's Robert now.
Luis Robert Jr. gets intentionally walked, and that will reload the bases for Seiya Suzuki. Big spot for Suzuki. Outside. Good eye right there. He is 0 for 2. Grounded out in his last at bat with 2 outs. Let's see what we can get done right here. Outside again. It is a 3-1 count. Nowhere to put him. This has got to be a good pitch by Johnny Brito. And it's ripped. And caught out there. 103 off the bat, but just not enough carry. But Jake Fraley puts us on the board in funny fashion as we were able to dodge a tag going into third with Gavin Lux. Oh, goodness. Jackson Merrill crushes it off the pole. It's 2-1. Good night. He's only at 85 pitches in this 7th, so even though he just suffered a run. Oh, and another hit. That's not good. Henderson is on with pretty decent speed. Alrighty. Come on now. Come on now. That is a hanging slider that he should not throw again. That's just outside. I saw him take a step. I saw him take it. They will probably have him in motion. That is grounded foul and back, so no chance of going fair. Strike 3 on Fernando Tatis. Where is he at in the pitch count? 94. Hit and run here.
Gets the bat to that ball. It's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
And Manny gets a piece.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended.
Runner on the go. There's a ball.
And the throw is there and in time, and we picked him off. 97 pitches for Hunter Green. Inside walks him. That is going to do it for his day. First walk. Lefty, righty, lefty. We're going to put DJ Hers in the game right here. He had a fantastic day, Hunter Green did. Foul ball.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up.
Alrighty. DJ Hers, the lone lefty in the pen, makes this a full count with the right-handed Austin Hayes on deck. Runner in motion, strike 3.
Padres draw closer on the long ball, and this is now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on.
We are being out hit
Trevor
4-2,
McGill comes on
but
now.
Trevor McGill will come in now to face the right-handed Garrett. Everybody
Outside low.
in the next 3 is right-handed, although 2 of the 3 actually excel against right-handers. So we'll see. That is hard hit by Hampson.
Into the outfield.
He's at 98 speed now. That is fantastic. He should have an easy double. That's actually well thrown, but he is there.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position.
And now we'll have
there are several ways
Christian
that they can get this
Encarnacion
run
Strand.
across.
That is outside, 2-1.
Christian Encarnacion Strand.
His clutch is a little less than his 80 power, but we'll see what he can do here. That should be enough to put Hampson on third for Stevenson, who's coming up. Oh, that might be a good throw. It takes him off the bag. Never mind. Never mind. Good batting by Encarnacion Strand right there. We can do it. That's what he said. We can do it. All right, let's go Tyler.
Be a big pickup if he can push a run across.
He will miss that one that was down. It's either a sac fly or a ground ball situation, but either one probably scores Hampson. It's a full count now. The infield is entirely in, and it is a full count now. And he got another beneficial ball four call. 101 in on the hands. There was no chance of hitting that. We just got lucky with the call.
Next for Cincinnati.
All right, Ellie's 0 for 2. Although that is smoked, that is high. That is going to die out on the track, but that is going to be a sacrifice fly for Ellie De La Cruz, and we are up 3-1. Now Gavin Lux gets a chance. Oh, wow. That might still get him out at first. Yeah. That's crazy. It drilled him in the back. That is really, really unfortunate for Gavin Lux. Squared that one up right off the pitcher's back. It was a perfectly hit baseball, but it bounced straight to the third baseman.
Doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like
all right. It finally goes around to bite us. That was in there, but called a ball. That one is out there. All right, come on, Hers. That's in there for strike 2. That is surely problematic. That is right down the line. Hampson with the jump throw, and he got him.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection.
Aaron Sabato, that's the power they're talking about. Are you serious right here? Are you serious? I mean, he's not bad, but he's not a power hitter. That is fouled away. All right, we're going to go with this curveball and hope it drops where we want it. It doesn't exactly, but it goes straight to Ellie, and he's out. I really wish that we could have gotten that base hit for... Uh-oh, we got a lefty in Danny Young. Fraley's 1 for 3.
And that is in for a strike.
I'm not going to do anything now, especially because that started already, but let's check our bench, see if anybody could have done well. We could have put Friedel in this position, but I don't know. We might put somebody in for Luis Robert in the form of TJ Friedel. That's hilarious. He goes after it. That is called strike 3.
Solid effort out of their starter, and the bullpen is following suit. It's just a good day as a manager or as a pitching coach.
All right, it is the bottom of the 8th.
Get stability from all of their performances.
They're down 3-1. Nick Gomez does not get the call today. He will probably pitch in the next few days. All right. Now 0 for 3, Josh Naylor.
One down, base is empty.
That's ball 3.
3-1 here. All righty. Hard hit, but right on the ground to second base.
Time. 2 up, 2 down.
Not what
2
we were
outs,
hoping
bases
would happen
empty.
right there.
Here's the center fielder, Luis Robert.
I'm going to let him
Jr.
bat here. He's 1 for 2. We'll let Friedel play next game. Oh, he goes after it.
Yes, he did.
He sure did.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I don't like the fact he's not great against lefties. You need to be good against lefties when you're
Bounce it off,
right-handed.
Still 1 and 2.
Honestly, it's the same way with Encarnacion and Strand, but he doesn't have great hits. That's another foul ball. We're just looking for that hit that'll enter the outfield. Doesn't matter how it gets there. Just needs to touch down in the grass.
Is down and away.
Let's go, Louise. Not good against lefties. That's craziness right there. That is flown out there. It looks like it's going to get caught.
And that will end the inning.
It certainly does. And now our closer, Jeff Hoffman, will enter.
From the bullpen, Jeff Hoffman.
Try to throw it into his cold zone there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's a good sign for your season if you can get a save in game 1, and that's a great start striking out Bogarts.
Out here in the 9th. Next to hit, Jackson Merrill.
Jackson Merrill had that home run earlier, hit off a fastball in the same spot. This time he swings right through it and strikes out on the splitter.
Gas these days. I never would have had a chance. Well, it's kind of tough right here. Closer comes in and he strikes out the first 2 hitters. It's hard not
Absolutely shutting down the hope of the Padres. Now Gunnar Henderson swings right through a slider. And the pitch is just inside. Good try on that one. Strike 3 on the splitter. We win the game.
Sometimes you can flip a coin with these short 2-game series, but they came out, they got the first game, and that's all you want to do.
Oh, we're starting the season on a 2-gamer? That is weird to me. But Hunter Green went 6.2 innings, 8 strikeouts. That's a great opening day for him. Ellie De La Cruz had that sack. Did he have a sack fly? Is that how he got an RBI? I believe so. Man. Alright. That is going to do it for me, guys. I will see you guys in episode 111, I think. This is 110. So I'll see you guys there. Peace out.